That's the one and only one there. You don't have awareness. Right. That's something good.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Luna Community College. It's really wonderful to see all of you here this afternoon and see a lot of people together. Before we go any further, I would like to introduce our pianist, Mr. Stephen Huffnall. Stephen? And while he takes a seat, I will ask you to all rise for our national anthem. Thank you, Mr. Huffnall. Before we get started, I've got a few just housekeeping items. Turn your cell phones off. We're still social distancing. When the students come across the stage, there won't be any touching at all. They will hand you the covers. No hugging or handshaking, just thumbs up, wave, maybe one of these, but no touching. When the ceremony is over, as you exit, please try and disperse to the outside so we're not all bunched up in the lobby. And with that, I'd like to introduce our first speaker. Our first speaker is our board chair. Dr. Phyllis Martinez began serving on the Board of Trustees in January 2020. A Mora High School graduate, Dr. Martinez earned her doctorate in educational leadership from the University of New Mexico and her master's degree from New Mexico Highlands University. Dr. Martinez is currently an executive director of the Court-Appointed Special Advocates, CASA, 4th Judicial District. She has also been a high school, middle school, and elementary school principal at Mora and Peñasco Independent Schools, and a middle and high school teacher at both Mora Independent Schools and West Las Vegas Schools. In addition, she has been an education administrator and monitor for the New Mexico Public Education Department's bilingual, corrective action, priority schools, and reading bureaus. Dr. Martinez has also worked as an adjunct professor at Highlands University and Northern New Mexico Community College. She is a CASA volunteer and lector both in English and Spanish at St. Gertrude Catholic Church in Mora. Dr. Martinez and her husband, John, have 3 sons, Gary and his wife, April, Greg and his wife, Rosalie, and Scott and wife, Jeannie Ann. 6 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren. Dr. Martinez has 3 brothers and 1 who gave his life in the Vietnam War. At this time, I'd like to call up our board chair, Dr. Phyllis Martinez.
Thank you, Mr. Madrid. I don't know if I need the mic. I can yell pretty loud. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. We're honored by your presence. First, let me introduce my esteemed colleagues on the Board of Trustees. Ms. Louise Portillo, Secretary of the Board. She's our good morning person. It was a director here at Luna. Always says good morning. Mr. Kenny Medina. He's the longest serving member of the board. He's our veteran. Mr. Gilbert Sena, who was at Luna as a vice president in the past. And not able to be with us here today is our vice chair of the board, Ms. Diane Medrano. She was also a past director here at Luna. Mr. Mark Dominguez, who was right there beside Mr. Medina as the second longest serving. And Mr. Max Tenorio, the representative from Santa Rosa. When they told me I had to say something at the graduation, I said, great, I get to talk because that's one of my most favorite things to do. I used to be a teacher, you know, and so I wrote a 90-minute speech. Is everybody ready? Just kidding. This is short and sweet. To the graduates, good afternoon. What a wonderful day. This is a day you will never forget. And for that matter, it's a year that you will never forget with its highs and its lows, most of the time lows. When they told you that you didn't have to attend class in person, you were so happy. You could do it virtually. But then after a few months, it was no fun anymore. You had problems with your computer, your internet, the lack of a space to work on your class, your dog barking in the background, your children wanting breakfast, most importantly, the lack of social interaction from student to student. Yet despite all these obstacles, you achieved your goal, graduation. That's an indication of your commitment, your determination, your hard work, something that is yours forever. That certificate, that diploma, no one can ever take away from you. We applaud you for that. And I speak for the Board of Trustees when I say congratulations. We are very proud of you. In our decision-making process as the Board of Trustees, we always put the students first. We always ask the question, how will this affect the students? You, the students, who are the heart of this institution. Now take that diploma or certificate and don't stop there. Continue to make your family, your friends, your Luna family, all of us proud of you. Continue your education or continue in your career path. But whatever you do, give it 150%. Go over and above the expectation. Go over and exceed, just as you did this past year, in spite of the odds. Encourage one another and build each other up. Prepare a vision and strengthen that vision. Go, Luna graduates. Dream big and reach for the stars.
Thank you, Dr. Martinez. You know, I have the pleasure of getting to say a few things myself, and I thought of what a day today is, and I thought of blessings. Blessings are something special, an event, a gift, or something else. Not necessarily from God, but those of you that believe that, they can certainly come from God. I believe that in my two sons. But blessings can come in different ways from different people, from your family. Maybe you had a grandfather that left you 50 cows and a little ranch. That's a blessing. Maybe you have a relative or your parents bought you a nice car, and you think, that's a blessing. You may have a wonderful pet, a dog that you've had for 10 years and you just love to death. That's a blessing. They're different forms. You may have been blessed with great hair. Don't laugh at me. Today's blessing that you're receiving is really, really special for a couple of reasons. Because it's a blessing that you gave yourself. Through your hard work and your determination, you gave yourself this blessing of an education. And man, that's cool. Because although you had people that supported you, it could have happened without them, but it couldn't happen without you. You did this. You did it for you. And that's the way it should be. The other reason that this is such a special blessing is because no one can take it away from you. You might sell those cows, wreck that car, your dog might die, your hair might fall out, but no one can take this blessing away from you. So, with that, I congratulate you, and I wish you many, many more blessings. Give yourselves a hand, please. The next fun thing that I get to do is I get to introduce our next speaker. And he and I talk about once a year. You're going to see what kind of a special person he is. And I thought, well, maybe I could introduce him like a cop, because he does lots of investigations. No, that's not him. And then I thought, maybe like Santa Claus. But no, he doesn't have a beard. He's not fat. But he keeps a list of those who are naughty and those who are nice. That he does. And I thought, nope, he's not Santa Claus. He is a friend to New Mexico. He is a friend to Luna Community College. Nuestro hermano, nuestro amigo. I present to you our state auditor, Mr. Brian Colon.
You never met an Hispano Santa Claus, huh? That's pretty good. That's about one of the best introductions I've ever had, because there's nothing more important than being a friend. And I will tell you that I'm really honored to be with you today to share some remarks. I've already given Steve the opportunity to start playing the piano if I go too long, so don't worry. I want to start out by saying what a privilege it is to be your commencement address speaker today. But I think in order for my words to mean anything to you, you have to understand the lens I look through. See, the lens I look through is the lens that is familiar to most, particularly individuals who grew up in northern New Mexico. You see, it's a lens of poverty. I grew up in Los Unas in Valencia County. And in Valencia County, I had two parents who were both disabled. When I was a teenager, I vividly remember watching my father deteriorate before my very eyes. You see, he had a disease called muscular dystrophy. And I literally watched him die before my very eyes. You see, my father was only 49 years old when he passed away, and I was a teenager. As I stand here before you today, I can tell you that when he passed away, he left me with a dream. He left me with a dream that this little pecoso, that's a little freckle face, just in case you don't know that one, it's pecoso. Are you smiling? I can't tell behind the mask. He left me with a dream, folks. He had a dream that I'd be the first in my family to go to college and break a cycle of poverty that has plagued our family for generations. But when he passed, I was an island unto myself. I didn't have a single blood relative in the entire state of New Mexico. It was just me. But what I did have was comunidad. I had my community. And as I stand here before you today, this is an opportunity to repay a debt to that community. Because I should have fallen through the cracks. I should have never been able to live my father's dream. To have broken that cycle of poverty and been the first in my family to graduate. But I did because the community filled the gap. And let me tell you, while I grew up in Section 8 housing in Valencia County, and I relied on commodities like blocks of cheese and powdered milk that you all don't know anything about, but the folks on this side of the room, there's a few of them that are old enough to know. ¿Recuerde? Sí. Because when I was growing up, there was no dignity in poverty. They would come into town and they'd pop open a table and they'd put a bunch of food on the table and you'd stand in line and you'd wait for your food. You go to the grocery store with your food stamps. And when I was the age of those little children over there, I can remember like it was yesterday. I remember the people behind us giving us geniosos, being all irritated with my mom because she was trying to find the right food stamps. But as I stand here before you today at 51 years old, 2 years longer than my father had, I'm grateful. And I have an obligation to live a life of service and gratitude. That's what today's about for me. I get to be with you and offer gratitude and serve you. You see, because one generation out from needing every government program there was out there to put a roof over my head and food on my table, and having every community organization from the Rotary Club, the Elks, the American Legion, all of them invested in me so that I could go to New Mexico State University and get a finance degree, and then go on to UNM to go to law school and graduate. One generation out from that poverty, my son graduated from Albuquerque High School and got a scholarship to George Washington University. And he's now a biomedical engineer. One generation out from poverty. So if you don't think that makes my heart full, you better check your pulse, because you're not with me. This mic's not working. I got a lot of repaying to do on the debt I owe my community. So when I get to speak at commencements, it's quite a privilege. Let me just say, Luna Community College has a special place in my heart. It always has. O Maximiliano Luna. Que hombre. The only Hispano captain in Teddy Roosevelt's Rough Riders. Did you know that? Do they teach that here? Que pues, no certificates and degrees for you. You got to go back. Yeah, the only one. The only one. And guess where he was from? Valencia County, my home county. But that's your college's namesake. Pretty awesome. I hope that when you hold your certificate or you hold your diploma, it has the gravity that it deserves. That you understand that you have accomplished what many will not, and you have a beautiful road ahead. You know, living through this pandemic, we've all felt the sting. And I think it's best we can embrace the silver linings. The silver linings like today, where I get to say, not only did I speak at the commencement of the class of 2021, I get to say I also spoke to the class of 2020. It's like a twofer at the dollar store. You remember, no? Right? 2 boxes of cereal for the $1? That's a good deal. Today's ceremony is special. It's unique. These beautiful trustees and the president, they wanted something special for you. Something to honor you and all your blingy caps and your beautiful gowns. Even though we can't see your $1 million smiles, you are special. You know, life is amazing. Sometimes we fail to pause and offer gratitude. So today, as I start, I want to say I'm grateful to the civil servants all over New Mexico, because when the state auditor comes to town, people get scared. Mira, hold on. You know, I got about 500,000 votes and became the state auditor of New Mexico. They gave me an office in Santa Fe, but you know what I like more than my office? They gave me a badge. And I'm so goofy that I'd never have to pull out my badge, right? I'm so goofy I turned it into a business card holder so that I could pull it out every once in a while. That's how goofy your state auditor is. But it's not just goofy, it's pride. 864 days I've been able to serve the state of New Mexico as your state auditor, and I've never had a higher honor. And I think my father and my mother are smiling down on me today, knowing that for a long time I lived my dad's dream, trying to graduate. But now I'm living my dream of service to others and living a life of gratitude. And when I look out here, I look to the back of the room and I see individuals who've chosen to serve and protect. I look up here and I see civil servants who have decided to serve as your trustees and educators who have dedicated their life to lifting up this community. Why don't you give those officers, these educators, these trustees a big round of applause? You know, life is a fight. It's a fight. Be prepared, be strong, be resilient, be determined, and be driven. There are going to be many obstacles. We go through them every day, and it has us fighting and during this pandemic clawing just to get through every day. We sometimes feel we're drowning in many areas of our life. We gasp for air, trying to keep our heads above water. We fight for work, we fight for love, we fight for family and friends. We fight for strangers, we fight for a promotion. We fight for a degree, we fight for a certificate. Seemingly, we never stop fighting, and sometimes our capacity to continue the fight only happens because of perseverance and resilience, and even then, we instinctively know we're hanging on by a string. Am I right? Yes or yes? No? What if the string is holding us? The string of courage in the face of adversity. The string of love in the face of hatred. The string of understanding in the face of indifference. The string of success in the face of failure. The string of hope in the face of hopelessness. That string allows you to be here today. These people who are sitting with you today allow you to realize this dream. Treat every day like it's your last, because one day it shall be. Just like it was my father's at 49. Love yourself for who you are, and don't let the world try and put you in a bucket of normality. Rather, go out and live the bucket of you. And you también. I can see her smile right behind the mask. That's amazing. Be that bucket of face, because your face is the one you should love above all other faces. Be the bucket of kindness and aware that life will not always be kind to you, and remember that feeling of love and help somebody else avoid the pain. Be the bucket of courage and know that there's a hero who is not a hero until that person takes the first step into knowing themselves, and there's nothing on this planet more courageous than coming face to face with the real you. Be the bucket of possibility. Your imagination has limits, but you are limitless. Be the bucket of good character. Life may not remember your reputation of who people think you are. You know, the mitote. Do they have mitote en Condado de San Miguel? No, no tenemos aquí, ¿no?
Plenty.
No hay.
Plenty.
Oh, sí. Be the bucket of humility. It's only by grace and mercy that we are where we are, so realize who you are. Be the bucket of sunshine. That's what I like to be, a bucket of sunshine. You know why? Because the world can be a dark place. You never know when that sunshine is going to stop somebody from ending it all. Like the sun, we're designed to shine bright. And it may be above the clouds, that sun. It may be above the storms, above the fog. Up there somewhere, the sun is shining bright, and so should we. Live life above and shine. The light inside us each day is ready to shine on the dawn of every day. Use your buckets and fill your days with care. Fill it with generosity. Fill it with comfort. Most importantly, fill it with service for others. Whether you are going to be a cosmetologist or a fantastic barber, or whether you're going to go on to get a further degree, you have the ability to be above and to be that sunshine. Because whether you know it or not, the next generation is looking at you. And they need to see the sunshine and the beautiful flor de los flores right here on that hat. Did everybody see the flowers? Mira, give a hand to these creative young people here. Look at those hats. You know, there are 8 billion people in the world, and we all have a different fingerprint. We are all unique. Our uniqueness causes us to find something, do something, and be something. Find that, do that, and be that as you put your fingerprint on the world as those who have come before you have done. Life is a collection of moments, and within each moment we take steps. We take right steps, wrong steps, steps without meaning, and steps with purpose and intention. The moments that matter most, the moments that we remember, the moments that people will remember us for, are the ones where we step for others. Are you getting this? It's about service. It's about service. From time to time, life beckons us to step in and save a stranger. The stranger is my brother, my sister. The stranger is my mother or father, my aunt or uncle. That stranger is you. That stranger is me. Will I step courageously without hesitation, step holding conviction without fear, caringly with humanity by my side? I choose to step ferociously without fear. Will I love you as much as you love me? We are here but for a second, not yet born, and having already died. It's what we do in the middle for one another that matters most. To save each other, it doesn't take a hero, it only takes a step. And today, thanks to this board of trustees and this president, and because of your accomplishments, I get to step for you. Today I step for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am thrilled to be here. I am honored. Maximiliano is proud of you. My mom and dad are proud of me, which is a good day. I want to say it's an honor and privilege to be aquí in la Tierra del Encanto. The 47th star on that beautiful flag of the United States of America has 33 wonderful counties, and San Miguel is one of the best. Don't you ever let anybody say anything otherwise. The people, la gente del norte, you make New Mexico what it is. Viva la herencia, viva la cultura, viva la gente, viva los estudiantes. Tenga un buen día. Gracias por todo. You can't see they were standing up for me. Que bárbaro, you didn't stand for me. I worked so hard. You could stand because I'm done. You can stand because I'm done. See, they're not standing because they like the speech. They're standing because I'm done. Al fin. Tenga un buen día. Gracias a todos.
Thank you, Mr. Colon. Service to others. What energy. If you can leave today with that energy, you will conquer the world, let me tell you. At this time, I would like to introduce to you the Reverend Dr. Kenneth Patterson, our Vice President of Instruction, who will introduce our directors and begin with a presentation of certificates and graduates. Dr. Patterson?
As you'll hear in a moment, students, you are here upon the recommendation of the faculty of the institution. Your careers have been built for the past 2 years on academic training. To begin with, let me introduce directors we have present in our 7 departments, our 6 departments in 1 school. Beginning at the far end here on my left, Dr. Anita Roybal, Director of the Department of Humanities. Next to her, Ms. Brenda Ortega, Director of Early Childhood Education and our Preschool Department. Next to her, Francisco Apodaca, Director of our STEM Department, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. Next to him, Lita Bernal, Director of the School of Business. And finally, Ms. Maxine Hughes, Director of Luna School of Nursing. These are the driving academic force, but they are not without assistance from Luna's faculty. If you would all please stand. Thank you, and we could about triple that number with the number of adjunct faculty who work part-time teaching students here at Luna. So you know who to thank for those last 2 years of somewhat unhappiness. So we come to a point that most of you are very excited about, and this is the presentation of candidates for graduation. You are still candidates for graduation. We're not quite there yet. And this is the point where we hand you a diploma. So, if we are prepared for that, we will begin. I will ask academic directors to come and stand behind the diploma table as the academic directors will be awarding your individual diplomas. Angelique Nicole Alderet, Associate of Applied Science in Allied Health, a Certificate in Allied Health, and a Certificate in General Education. Congratulations. Kristen Archuleta, Associate of Applied Science in Allied Health. Jasmine Faye Barella, Associate in Applied Science degree in Vocational Technical Studies and Certificate in Dental Assistant. Denica Bustos, Certificate in Allied Health. Dalen Chavez, Associate of Applied Science degree in Allied Health, Associate of Applied Science degree in Vocational Technical Studies, Certificate in Dental Assistant, Certificate in General Education, cum laude. April Christina Garcia, Associate of Applied Science degree in Allied Health, Certificate in Allied Health. Marquisa Juanita Montoya, Certificate in Allied Health, Certificate in General Education, Associates in Allied Health. Michaela Quintana, Associate of Applied Science degree in Allied Health, Certificate in Allied Health, Certificate in General Education. Gabriela Rivera, Certificate in Allied Health. Annalise Lucero, Certificate in Dental Assistant. Amarie Katrina Rodriguez Vigil, Certificate in Allied Health, Certificate in General Education, summa cum laude. Lindsay Aurelia Sanchez, Certificate in Allied Health. Angela Marie Solano, Associate of Applied Science degree in Vocational Technical Studies, Certificate in Dental Assistant. Caitlin Noel Amor Torres, Certificate in Dental Assistant. Cassandra Roberta Petrolina Cervantes, Associate degree in Allied Health. Kayla Marie Gonzalez, Associate of Applied Science degree in Allied Health. Austin Tyler King, Associate of Applied Science degree in Allied Health, summa cum laude. Jason Rings, Certificate in Welding, summa cum laude. Angelica Maria Ain Ortzo. Associate of Applied Science degree in Allied Health, Certificate in Allied Health, Certificate in Computer Application Specialist, cum laude. Reynaldo Arayin, Certificate in Automotive Technology, Vocational Technology Study.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Sarah Gallegos, Certificate in Culinary Arts, Associate's degree in Vocational Studies. Samantha Maria Padilla, Certificate in Cosmetology. Cecilia Romero, Certificate in Cosmetology. Chris Mays, Certificate of Barbering, summa cum laude. Maisie Istep, Associates of Arts degree in Early Childhood Multicultural Education, Early Childhood Teacher, birth through grade 3, and Certificate in Early Childhood Development. Cassidy Gauna, Associate of Arts degree in Early Childhood Multicultural Education, Early Childhood birth through grade 3, Certificate in Early Child Development. Yasmin Isabella Simon, Associate of Arts degree in Early Childhood Multicultural Education, Early Childhood Teacher, birth through grade 3, and Certificate in Early Childhood Development. Amanda Sims, Associate of Arts degree in Early Childhood Multicultural Education and Certificate in Early Childhood Development. Janelle Villanueva, Associate of Arts degree in Early Childhood Multicultural Education, Early Childhood Teacher, birth through grade 3, and Certificate in Early Childhood Development. Kayla Bockert, Liberal Arts. Isaiah Fernandez, Associate of Arts degree in Criminal Justice, Certificate in Law Enforcement, Certificate in Corrections, cum laude. Allison Mary Hill, Associate of Arts degree in Criminal Justice, Certificate in Law Enforcement, Certificate in Corrections, Certificate in General Education. Caitlin Alexandra Mais, Associate of Arts degree in Criminal Justice, Certificate in Law Enforcement, Certificate in Corrections, Certificate in General Education. Samantha Marie Romero, Associate of Arts degree in Liberal Arts, Certificate in General Education. Delane Trujillo, Associate of Arts degree in Criminal Justice, Certificate in Corrections, Certificate in Law Enforcement. Tyler Trujillo, Associate of Arts degree in Criminal Justice, Certificate in Corrections, Certificate in Law Enforcement. Nicole Joanne Abieta, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing. Miranda Marissa Aragon, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing, cum laude. Aaron Archuleta, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing. Marian Catherine Brotherton, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing, AHEC Scholar. Taylor Bustamante, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing. Brittany Patricia Cordova, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing, summa cum laude. Faith Garcia, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing. Naomi Elizabeth Gunn, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing. John Andrew Montoya, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing, cum laude. Mario Xavier Rael, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing, AHEC Scholar. Megan Mariah Romero, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing, cum laude. Ramona Trujillo, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing, summa cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Sarah Ann Villa, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing, magna cum laude. Kristen Faith Villanueva, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing. Aminia Wofford, Associate of Applied Science degree in Nursing. Jeremiah Gawain, Associate of Applied Science degree in Computer Science, Certificate in Computer Application Specialist, Vice President of STEM. Moses Abel Escabel, Associate of Science degree in Mathematics. Alicia Darlene Garcia, Associate of Science degree in Mathematics, Associate of Science degree in General Science. Ashley Chavez, Associate of Applied Science degree in Computer Science. Hillary Ann Smith, Associate of Science degree in Mathematics, Associate of General Science. Faith Valencia, Associate of Science degree in General Science, cum laude. LaQuisha Montano, Associate of Science degree in General Science. Raven Gonzalez, Associate of Science degree in Mathematics, summa cum laude. Jaden Anthony Padilla, Certificate in Computer Application Specialist, Associate's degree in Computer Science. Aiden Martinez, Associate of Science degree in Mathematics. Will all the candidates for degrees and certificates please stand? Mr. President, upon the recommendation by the faculty of Luna Community College, I present to you the current candidates for graduation from the institution for your conferral of degrees and certificates.
Acting upon the recommendation of the faculty of the institution and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Governing Board of Trustees of Luna Community College and the State of New Mexico, I hereby confer upon you the degrees and certificates you have earned with all of the rights, honors, and responsibilities pertaining hereto. Congratulations, graduates. You may move your tassels, signifying your achievements. Yes.